All right, let's do this. Back on the field at Great American Ballpark, Scotty Braun, Todd Frazier, Danny Graves. I got the Reds legends, and then I got the instant legend of Minnesota. We'll do the bragging for him because I know he's going to be humble about it. But Royce Lewis, a.k.a. Mr. Grand Slam. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me, guys.
Are people trying to give you shit about your Grand Slams? Like, all right, dude, bases loaded. Come on, give us a break here.
Yeah. Opposing teams, my teammates, every time they're like, yeah, at this point you're just, you're annoying us. You just gotta. So it's been fun, man. I get a little bit of crap for it, but yeah, it's been awesome.
What's the number at?
5
career.
5 career.
One was last year.
One was last year. Yeah.
And 4 this year.
Yep.
4 in like the last 2 weeks. It's
yeah.
I think I only hit like 3 in my career.
I was going to say there are some players that have been in the league for a long ass time that are home run hitters that are just like, I've won, or I'm looking for my first.
Yeah, I think part of it is just it's a team deal. Like my teammates have been doing a great job putting great at bats together. Whether it's a hit, running out some balls, creating an error. So now we have first, second, and then the walk, bases loaded. I just been blessed with opportunities with situations coming up like that, and just taking advantage. Like you said, some people, they may not have that many opportunities. I think they were reading it to me. I had like 12 bases loaded opportunities already. So just take advantage, man.
Gosh, dude. I don't know if you're married or not, but if I had a daughter your age, I would say she needs to marry this guy. Dude, you're like so nice and so humble, man. It's amazing. This is great.
He's just getting going. Chris just getting started, man.
Yeah.
And you're joining a really good ball club, obviously, right?
Yes.
And you've been following them. Even I know you've gone through some injuries and all of that, and it's great to see you back on the field. So with this year's team, what do you notice in the second half of the season about the offense? Because I know like your teammate, and who did I mention this to? One of your teammates yesterday too, but Max Kepler is the one that kind of pointed it out first to the media, being like, yo, it's different. Second half Twins is different.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely, yeah. For me, it's the energy and the vibe in the clubhouse, the routine, the preparation, our hitters meetings before the games, where everyone's chiming in like, hey, I faced this guy. This is what this pitch looked like. And so we're getting some good info from player to player. And then as well in the game, the communication's been key for our hitting side. I can't speak for the pitchers, but they've been dominant all year for us. So it's been fun to watch, honestly. And it's been really good with just that energy.
Do you, when you come into a season, I always set my goals, and I would set them high.
Yeah.
I'm a big goal. So say I wanted to bat, say I wanted 60 homers and I hit 40. I mean, that's still a pretty good season. You know what I mean? Some people, listen, some people think it's kind of silly to do, but I always set them high. I wanted to bat 330. I batted 300. That's great. So you're batting 308 right now. What I'm trying to get to, like, do you set your goal? Hey, every year I want to bat over 300. Like, do you have goals every year before you come into play?
Yeah, absolutely. Personally, like I feel like I can hit, man. I just have good hands and I can put the ball in play and just force the defense to make some plays. And, I pride myself on trying not to strike out as much. Obviously, it's really hard with this guy's got nasty stuff, nowadays. But no, I went into the season saying like, hey, no one's batted 400 or 500. Why not me? Why can't I do it? And so that's what I went into. And like you said, when you look up there and you're like, well, 300 is still pretty good, but I didn't get to the 500. So now next year I got something to work for. So.
Yeah, no, sure. Let me see these forearms here. People don't get it. Baseball players, guys, these are catfish bellies. What people don't understand. This is why this guy hits many grand slams.
Thank you.
People don't understand. When you look at a ball player, you see these bellies here. That's where the power comes from when you're off balance and not in the right spot. He's got that it factor.
Pitchers don't, so don't look at mine.
Don't look at mine.
Yeah, there's nothing there. So.
You need to be loose.
Yeah. So speaking of having good hands at the plate, you're drafted as a shortstop. I mean, you guys got a pretty good shortstop on the team now. Yeah. So you've been playing third. How's that adjustment been? And do you miss shortstop?
Yeah. I miss it in terms of the range factor. I love going and diving up the middle, making a Derek Jeter jump throw in the hole. Stuff like that. But at third base, you still get a lot of tough plays. It's a tough position, man. I think, you can't just stick anyone over there. Similar with first base, like the corners are tougher than people give credit for. I think the time of the throw, I feel like I have to get my throw off really soon, even with a stronger arm, because these guys are all running up the line real fast. Last night I barely got Ellie De La Cruz, and I was just like, this. I know he flies, but man, it makes it that much tougher to make plays out here. So, I love third. It's been a tough transition at first, but now with all the work I've got in me and preparation, we're good.
Good.
It's funny because as a third baseman, I wasn't a third baseman either until my second year. Finally, Scott Rowland retired, and they said, "Listen, it's your job to lose now. So you're a third baseman." So I took every detail. I wanted to learn who the bunters were, what count they bunted in. I'd go on every field. I'd roll the ball up and down and try and figure out how the ball would go left and right. And I'm sure you're doing that homework as well.
Absolutely, yeah. We got TJ Friedel bunch with 2 strikes.
Yeah,
leads the league with 6 hits, 2 strike hits.
Wow.
So we're staying in the entire time, and I'm kind of laughing. I'm looking back at Farmer yesterday when he came in for Carlos. I said, man, this guy's still bunting with 2. Like no one does this anymore. So, kudos to him for that.
Yeah.
But it keeps the defense on your toes, man. When you have a lot of tools to your game, and bunting is one of them. And like Todd was saying, you got to know the grass. Like this grass is thicker.
Yeah.
It's gonna catch the ball. I had a little tough hop on the way in on a slow roller yesterday. I thought I was going to go with my glove. It bounced to the right. I had to go bare hand.
Yeah.
And so stuff like that, you got to notice. And
the shortstop hands helped out there.
Shortstop hands helped, yes.
Give me a gauge of how much players pay attention to history. Okay. So I'll give you both sides of the spectrum here. On one side, yesterday, we're talking, I think it was Friedel, about the Reds alums, and because he was excited to be next to these 2 guys on the Red side, and said, no, we know about the history. We know about all the players, Big Red Machine, the whole thing. On the Twins side, I remember we've talked to a couple of Twins about this. I think it was Buxton towards the beginning of the year, and they told him like how long the drought's been for the Twins. They're making the playoffs, or just haven't picked up playoff dubs. Yeah. Does the team all know about that? Because like fans, especially, you guys are going to be in the playoffs. Like come playoff time, you're going to get a million reporters that haven't watched any baseball the whole year that are like for the local news that are going to be like, what about whatever the number is, 19 in a row? Like, do guys know about that? Or is there really a surprise with some dudes being like, oh shit, I don't know. I mean, I haven't been on any of those teams.
I bet you there's a few surprises, but most people know.
They know.
Sure.
Okay.
Like I think, like you mentioned, the media, they bring it up to your attention, whether they ask you in an interview post game, hey, looks like you guys are making the playoffs now. And, are you aware of the 0-19 or the 0-20? And it's like, I'm aware, but I also was never on those teams, so I couldn't speak for, maybe they ran into a hot team. Maybe it was the Yankees for a few years.
It was called the Yankees, yeah, most of the time.
So, that's a pretty bad team there. But
you're not playing them this year, by the way.
Right,
just so you know, there's no chance you're playing the Yankees in the playoffs.
Yeah, which is a blessing in disguise, right? No, but no, I think for our team, it's just a different team. This year feels a lot more special. The guys are close-knit. It's a great group of guys that we love each other, man. We have a lot of fun, and these are some of my best friends, man. So I'm looking forward to getting into the playoffs and making some noise.
Is Rocco as cool as he seems? Like,
super chill.
You watch that dude, and he's just like hanging out, just watching the baseball game.
Yes, super chill. He's just laid back, man.
Yeah.
And he gives this calming presence for our team in the dugout. That's just, we have a chance. Knowing, 7 runs in the first, we still have a chance. We got 8 more innings to score. And so he gives that calming presence, and he always has that hope, that we're going to win.
So one thing I've noticed with Rocco, and I know obviously this is the only team you've been on, and so Rocco's the only manager you've had in the bigs. But when we talk to managers before games, when I've called games, some of them are like real talkers, right? Rocco will just tell us exactly what's going on with each player. Obviously, some of it's kind of like off the record just to give us context. Is he like that with you guys too? Because I've spoken to players that are like, yeah, my manager just kind of, BS's with me a little bit, or is scared to tell me when he's going to sit me or whatever. Is Rocco like real kind of straight shooter about things?
Yeah, absolutely. He just lets you know what he's thinking, what the team's got on you, and where we're at, in the standings or whatever it may be, your health. Hey, man, I'm looking 2 days in advance. Carlos may need a day off. You might be playing short. Just be aware. Or, hey, Farmer's down, so you might be needed to stay a couple more days at third and stuff like that. And so it's just he's in constant communication with every player, letting them know what's going on ahead of time so that we kind of know going into a series, going into the next day, what the plan is.
Didn't Rocco have twins yesterday?
He had twins.
Wow,
yeah.
Was it yesterday?
Man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Committed to the job. Twins on the
twins.
twins.
Twins on the twins.
Unbelievable.
Is he on leave or is he with you guys?
Yeah, he's on leave.
He's on leave.
So
okay.
he left right after our game in Chicago.
So I would assume Carlos is going to get him a big gift, maybe a good stroller or something.
Oh yeah, we got to get him something nice.
That double stroller.
He needs a big double stroller.
Not you. It's not you. That's Carlos.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got to get the big contract boys can handle that, right?
Oh, yeah,
Carlos, Buck.
Yeah. We got a few.
So. Yeah, you got a few.
Pablo maybe too.
Pablo. That's right.
Yeah.
Kent has made some money. He's on the mound. Sonny. That's
Sonny,
right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't dip in your. You
Royce
need to have
not be paying for
alligator
dinners,
arms when
right?
that stuff.
Alligator.
Yeah. You can't.
It's not
reach
even that. It's just that. Like, are those guys? I mean, you tell me when you go out with like guys like that, or it's like immediate like.
Don't touch
that's my
that.
check.
Don't touch that.
Did you pay for dinner last night?
Actually I did.
No way.
Yeah.
Well, actually, wait. This
you're
first
too nice though.
This is 1-1.
Yeah. And deservedly so. That's number 1 overall pick with 2017.
2017.
Yeah, and I get it. He
Sexy signing bonus.
Wait,
yeah.
But he still shouldn't have to. I mean, Kyle Farmer was there.
No, but
Hunter Green was there.
Hunter Green was
Hunter
there.
Green.
Nick Lodolo was there. Like, there's a lot of money.
Hey, good for you.
You're too nice, man. You shouldn't have had to pay for that.
Made him pay for the tip at least.
How many days?
He got valet, maybe.
What's your service time? What's your service time? Do you know? Like,
I had 142 days last year, and I've been up the whole year this year, so I don't know.
Yeah,
I know that Kyle Farmer has more than that.
Yeah, well, the funny thing is, Farmer's been taking care of us for many dinners.
Yeah,
and I've always told him, like, hey man, come to my room, let's get room service, let me do it. Like I want to take care of you because you've been such a great mentor, leader, teammate, and a great friend for me to have around. And I really appreciate him. So I was like, hey, come to dinner. And then I had to see my boy Hunter and Nick. It's been a while since I've seen him in person.
It's a tough look. You come to another park with your boys and you're paying on the road. Okay.
I know.
Wait till I talk to him. Hunter was the second pick.
Yes, Hunter was the second pick. It wasn't like he didn't have anything, right?
Listen, I'm out of the game. You come to my restaurants, I'll take care of you. Same thing on the what? Listen, it's a new world. It's a new age.
It's a new age. They tried.
Good for you.
You grabbed it.
Yeah, man, I appreciate them coming out because I know he's starting in a couple of days. I don't want to get him out of his routine, but I definitely wanted to hang out.
Yeah. Well, next time, throw your credit cards in a hat. Throw your credit cards in a hat, and then whatever the waiter picks.
Do they still do that?
Yeah.
Credit card roulette.
You guys still do that?
Do the guys still do that?
Oh yeah, I remember.
I've been in a couple. Oof.
Man, in Cedar Rapids, Torrey Hunter came out and was helping coach our team, and we went out with a bunch of players on the team. And he says, "All right, guys, card roulette." And he put in a fake card. I don't even know what it was. It was he put in a fake card. He said, "I'm gonna go use the restroom," and he left. He left.
No way.
And then he came back like 20 minutes later. He said, "Y'all figured it out yet?" And we were still arguing who's gonna pay. Like, dang, no, I can't do it because we're in low A, so we don't have the money. Man, he plays tricks on us. That was hilarious.
And then he got you guys.
He ended up taking care of it, but he was just messing with us, man.
That's so funny.
That was a cool story for sure.
That's awesome.
He said that happened to him many times with Kirby Puckett.
And
these guys.
That's how you learn, man.
He's passing it down. Is Torrey around the team a lot? Because you got some good vets that are around the team, because he does some broadcasting too.
Yep.
LaTroy does broadcasting with the squad.
Yeah, this year he hasn't done very much broadcasting, and he hasn't been around as much. But in the years in the past, he's been around a ton. And you talk about LaTroy, he's here now. Paul Molitor comes around a ton.
He's
Joe
a good
Mauer,
one to talk to.
Justin Morneau.
For sure.
Yeah, Tony Oliva, Rod Carew. We got a ton of great athletes and Hall of
Fame
players,
Hall of Famers there.
Legendary players just coming around, giving us some advice and always just being funny and keeping the clubhouse loose, man, because they got some funny stories. They got some, just anything that they can throw at you. You always take it in.
So before you became a Twin, though, you knew about the history of these players, right?
Like,
I mean, because I know a lot of times players these days they don't know who was there before them or even on other teams, but you already know the legends of the game.
I grew up loving this game. I love it. Like I told my dad when I was young, and he told me, you can't be a fan of, Tigers one day, Dodgers the next day, because we'd go to the Angels games because it's closest, and we'd watch, Yankees come into town, Red Sox, whoever. And I always said, like, I like that player. I like this player. Yeah. And he was like, you got to just, you love the game and you love these attributes that these guys have.
Yeah.
He's like, just learn from them, don't, say you like the Tigers one day and then the next day you like the Red Sox.
True.
And so I just started enjoying the players. And one of my favorite players growing up, because Torrey came from Minnesota to Angels, was Torrey Hunter. And so getting to meet him now and have him be a mentor of mine is so special. And then Matt Kemp being on the Dodgers was really special for me to watch. Derek Jeter, obviously, on the Yankees. And then his family situation. He has biracial family, and that's the same as me. And so he was my idol. I wanted to be him. I wanted to be the next Derek Jeter.
So cool,
that was my thing. And so now I think everyone wanted to be Derek Jeter, to be honest.
Have you met him yet?
I've never met him. So him and probably Chris Brown, the artist, would be the two people I'd be starstruck.
Oh, there you go.
Derek.
You'll meet him.
Let's go, man.
Derek's kind of around, I would say, more than ever right now.
Yeah.
Popping up at games.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have the Marlins gig, so he doesn't have to be like kind of the suit behind the scenes.
Right.
He's kind of taking more of the player role again.
Somebody met Jeter the other day, I think.
Willie Adames.
Yes,
he went absolutely freaking out.
So
is that what you would do? You would act that way too?
Would you really?
Yes. I'd be so nervous.
Let's do it. Okay. Danny's Derek, okay? Give me, set the scene. What would you do? Suddenly Derek Jeter sitting next to you, came on the show for a sec.
Wow.
What are you doing? And what are you saying? If Derek's just kind of quiet there, you can be Derek, just like, hey, what's up? Hey, I watched you play. You're good.
Hey, man, don't bring up anything that I did off the field.
That is not what he would say.
Keep it down.
Keep it down.
Oh, I've got a family.
I guess I would say, man, it's great to meet you. I really appreciate everything you did and accomplished in this game, how you handled yourself on and off the field. Whether it was in the papers or not, it truly made me the best version of myself, and I really appreciate it.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I'd say, "Can you sign this ball?"
Yeah, exactly.
And a jersey,
and a bat,
and a
picture.
Can I
and a
get your
picture,
shoes that you're wearing?
Yeah.
picture, and then I'd ask him for as much advice as possible, so whatever he's willing to give, because
that is awesome.
he's doing it right, man.
So
really
we
cool.
need to set this up, dude, and then you can give Foul Territory
you
all the
guys do
credit.
it.
I would love to do that. Yes,
We can do that.
Please.
Yeah, we'll reach out. So
Yeah.
in the meantime, dude, great to have you on here for the
thank
first
you.
time.
Thanks so
You're
much.
awesome.
Appreciate it.
You're an
Thank you,
awesome
guys.
interview.
Thanks for
Keep it
joining
up,
us.
man.
Appreciate it.
We'll watch you tonight. Good luck and keep crushing it and have fun in the playoffs too,
Thank you.
dude.
Yeah, you guys stay cool, man. This is hot. I'm
Hell
already
yeah,
sweating.
dude.
Yeah,
We got about 15 minutes left
we
to
are
cook.
stoked.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
All
can
right.
cook eggs on the back of my neck at this point. So
Here we
yeah,
It's
go.
all good.
we're good.
It's all good. We
But-
got to chat with you. So
Thank you, bro.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Thank you,
Thanks for
Royce.
having me.
Yeah, great to have you on.